Hello, it is Millie X1 for YouTube, and in this video, I'm going to take a shot of sharing my opinions of what a lot of players have been talking about when it comes to playing as the female Ryder in Mass Effect Andromeda. Along with that, I'm going to try to show you the work I do on these faces, to make them look in a way that they don't look so bad. Simply because the default SARA Ryder face doesn't seem to work for anybody. I've had a number of friends who planned on getting Mass Effect Andromeda, and then they saw this face and said, nah, Even to this day, I still can't convince them. Some players even compared her to Shrek. Now, if you want my honest opinion about this face, at least she doesn't look like this, or this, or this, or that. Personally for me, if I had the option to create my own female character, I wouldn't use any default faces, because I love creating female characters. Now, if you want to talk about why they will ugly up the female faces in this Mass Effect game unlike what they did in the last Mass Effect games, I've heard something about it being for the SJW community. I honestly don't even know what SJW means. It's like the society decided that we should start speaking in letters and not words. Sometimes when I ask about what things like this means, people would tell me that if I don't already know, then I don't deserve to know. Now if that is the case here, then I take it that it's something that I shouldn't even care about, and neither should the people who created Mass Effect. Another thing I've heard is that it's to appeal to feminists. Now, I don't know what does Bioware good business other than the people who buys and plays their games, but who would have ever thought or known that the thing that they have to be worried about is people complaining about their female characters being too pretty. I would like to think that Bioware is just losing their touch, but if it's really true about feminists being jealous and upset about female characters being very pretty in games simply because they don't look that way themselves, then I can only think of reasons why Bioware would actually care about that. It could be that those are the kind of women that Bioware wants to gain an interest of because of the attention that they're getting from them of their female character designs. That makes no sense to me, because they already show a great deal of disinterest by scolding gaming companies over how they make their female characters look. Bioware, they're not on your side. Now, I could go deeper on the subject of feminists, but that would have to be a whole video on its own. However, I don't entirely blame all feminists, but enough about that. It's time for me to show you what I do to construct these faces in a way that they don't look so bad. So I'm gonna start, wait, hold on a minute. Why do I see 10 faces now? Oh! Woo! Woo! Okay, there has been a recent update in Mass Effect Andromeda. I think it's called Update 1.08. I don't know, I only looked at it once. But it gives us newer ways how we can make our characters look when creating a character in Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, I was going to do a tutorial about how to make a pretty looking female character in Mass Effect Andromeda, but now with this new skin complexion feature, I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem for anybody to make a good looking female character. And from that, I take back everything I said about Bioware and feminists. I guess they knew what they were doing all along. But however, if any of you still wants me to do a tutorial of how to make a good looking female character in Mass Effect Andromeda, then leave it in the comments below. Now, before the update, even though the female custom characters didn't really look so good while constructing her, it really turned out to be different during gameplay, and I think it has everything to do with her performance, which I think is really good, possibly even amazing throughout the story. Now, here's something to really think about. Seeing ugly looking women doing awesome and heroic things could actually turn out to be enough to lower a man's standards about women, which really doesn't work for a guy like me because my standards are already low. Hey, I'm telling you, I would pay Miss Trishbul scream my magic stick so hard. I guess this is just a way that I suspect that Bioware wants more and more men to be like. But what about how women wants men to be like? I'm Millie X1 for YouTube, and I will see you next time.
Archive period, this is Shuttle 1. Switching to